Affairs of VisWorld, and I'm welcoming you to the AWE 2017 conference on augmented and virtual reality. I'm in Santa Clara, California, and I'm filming on my 360 camera. So if you don't want to look at me, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather you scroll around and take a look at the things. I'm in the playground area, which is 20,000 square feet of virtual reality, augmented reality experiences. Directly behind me is the Microdose VR, which is a VR environment which is meant to help people improve their relaxation and quality of life. It's an interesting kind of game, and it looks like it's being played in this complicated framework, but that's not really what's important. What's important is that it runs on the HTC Vive. They also have products made by this company Muse, which has a guided meditation VR product and some other things which use their own proprietary headbands and other parts that work in the Vive VR system. To my left, which might be your right, depending, Microsoft is showing off their Windows mixed reality experiences. The actual devices for their mixed reality experiences, which use a wired headset, which is plugged back into your computer, but gives you the ability to blend the real world with a virtual world. So my understanding is that the developer kits for those, which are made by HP, and I believe Acer has one as well, that's coming out, probably July, which means that they will have a big push, I'm guessing, in the Christmas time. Going a little further, in between what you can see with the Muse stuff and the Microsoft is the Virtual World Society, which is a nonprofit organization run by the grandfather of virtual reality, Tom Furness. And Tom and I just had a long talk about the possibilities of bringing virtual reality into the learning center at home, education and learning at home in the living room, and also going out into the world where virtual reality could be used for education and improving the quality of life among, for instance, refugees or other people who are in distress, being able to tackle social issues using virtual reality is one of the big concerns. The lights came up a little bit. I don't know if that's going to change your perspective. I'm going to turn a little bit so that you can see directly behind me is a cage. Well, directly behind me first is a table. The table is actually a gigantic screen, and it's a augmented reality game which uses place settings. Behind that is a big drone cage, and the drone cage has drones that have cameras equipped in it so that you can do remote control flying and things like that, but also now there are virtual reality games that incorporate using the drones. Let's see, to the other sides of me, besides Microsoft, is a large virtual reality / augmented reality. Sorry, I'm laughing because another guy with a 360 camera just waved at me with his camera. Play Hado and Be the Hero, which is a use of virtual space to do some game playing. And all the way on the other side, unfortunately, it's a little hard to see, and I may have to bring you over, is a large play area. It looks like it's about 3,000 square feet of, I don't want to say untethered virtual reality headset, because the tethering is done onto a backpack. So you're wearing the computer that runs the virtual reality on the backpack, and we'll go over there in a second. Explain a little bit of what we're seeing.
Sure. This is our 60 by 30 free roam VR virtual environment. We do mostly brand experiential marketing work, and this is an example of our latest capability. So yeah, right now they're going through a series of 5 different environments to kind of show off this, what's possible. And the thing is that really anything is possible. That's what's pretty amazing about this kind of setup. you just have this big volume. So what do you put in it? It's like a big blank canvas. Yeah.
Now, are they also able to recognize that they are, each one of them is also in the space with them? And you could have up to how many people together in this environment?
Yeah. Yeah, they can all see each other in there. See, in this case, their head and hands sort of floating around, which is important so they don't walk into each other.
Right.
Yeah, and they can kind of communicate, but they also have audio so they can hear each other over the mic and headset.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Yeah, that which becomes pretty important. We could probably fit about 8 people in here. Would be a good number for this size. Currently, we're just running 4 just because of the number of staff we have here, but with a bit more people to kind of manage the backpacks and the equipment, we can easily fit about 8. Yeah. Yeah.
I know that you can, I mean, it's obvious you can use this for simulation and for game playing and what other kinds of educational things have you built these systems for, or training
Good
systems?
afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
Augmented World Expo USA 2017 is coming to a close in 15 minutes.
So, we
For our exhibitors,
Oh.
if you've rented a lead retrieval device, please make sure that you do return that to the back of Hall D before you leave today.
typically we are using it to create brand experiences, but absolutely training, simulation be a great application for it. Product visualization, especially for larger products like airplanes or yachts, things that are hard to move around or expensive, like MRI machines, those kind of things.
Sure.
And education, absolutely. We have a lot of museum clients, so educational in that sense, it's a pretty good fit for that. And even retail, we do some retail interactive work. In one case, we've installed these cameras permanently at a retail location, and we will change the content up every few months, kind of keep it fresh, but they have the space kind of set up and ready to roll.
What's the largest environment that you've created? I keep calling it an environment. I don't know
Yeah,
what else to call it.
that's about right. Yeah, we call them free roam virtual environments basically, and this is the biggest that we've done really. It's 60 feet by 30 feet, so about 2,000 square feet, and it's a good size. Like people feel they've got room in there to walk around, and but we can do it in smaller. Yeah.
Have you done it with other objects beside a flat space, meaning elevations or physical, like doors or physical set pieces, as if they were in a theater, for instance?
Yes, yeah, we have. The first one we did actually was an escape room concept called Escape Tomb VR, which we did for Samsung, kind of a Mayan temple themed Indiana Jones style puzzle, where you had to pick up real physical objects and move them around, change statue position, place a staff in a light beam, and eventually steal a golden idol and run out of the room. So yeah, the fact we can track physical props is a whole extra layer. It can be pretty interesting.